Hello everyone, today we're diving into the latest release of CET.SteelConnDesign, version 1.7. This update empowers you to craft steel beam splice connections effortlessly using FreeCAD software. Visit our YouTube channel for a detailed walkthrough on downloading and installing our software. Contact us at civilengrtools@gmail.com if you have any questions. Assuming you've already installed our software, let's get started. Firstly, open FreeCAD and select the CET.SteelConnDesign workbench. After loading, you'll notice the version number is now 1.7. Apologies for any inconvenience caused in the previous release where certain fields, such as design codes, may have experienced functionality issues. Rest assured, these bugs have been addressed and resolved. In the Connection Setup field, there's a new option called Beam Splice. We'll proceed with selecting this option and creating two beams, B1 and B2. These beams will then be listed in both the beams list and the other beams list. Clicking on each member reveals their details. Now, let's select B2 from Beams list and B1 from other Beams list and establish a connection from Beam B2 to B1, named B2_B1. Moving to the Connection Design tab, hitting the Design Connection button creates the connection. In the future version, we'll support Moment for Beam Splice Connections. Notably, this version allows designing connections for two members simultaneously, sharing one connection. In the Design Parts drop-down, you'll find options for Beam, Opposite Beam, Web Splice Connection, and Opposite Web Splice Connection. Parts can be independently designed, though the plate thickness is shared between web connections. For instance, altering the plate thickness to 0.5 inch reflects on the opposite plate as well. Undo options are available for any changes made. Further customization is possible, for example, relocating the connection to the beam's midpoint. Or designing a single-side splice plate instead of two. Users can revert to previous designs if needed. Let's configure bolt groups by adjusting the bolt column count to 2. And the to-center line distance to 1.75 inches. You will notice that the 3D model in FreeCAD has been modified correctly. Let's undo the changes and review the design summary. In this section, you'll find summary reports on beam, web connection, opposite beam, and opposite web connection. Additionally, connection flexural yielding and rupture checks are included. The detailed report offers comprehensive insights, including visual representations and precise calculations for connection flexural yielding and flexural rupture. Now, let's explore the drawing functionality. Clicking Create Drawings enables saving drawing files to a folder, accessible via a second FreeCAD instance. The loaded drawings feature clear blue-colored dimensions and annotations, streamlining the user experience. Users can move views, change dimensions, and save the change for later use. Lastly, we'll demonstrate beam splice connections with different beam sizes. Let's adjust the opposite beam, changing its dimensions to W14 by 68. For a successful splice, the top elevations of the beams need to align. Navigate to the Projects tab and set the elevation of B1 to 2.1, which is half the difference between the depth of the two beams. After design, this adjustment results in a seamless beam splice connection between beams of differing sizes. Upon checking the report, it will reflect the latest updates. That wraps up today's session. Thank you for tuning in.